What's up everyone? Welcome back to the channel. In this video, I'm going to show you how to solve inequalities step by step, how to graph your answers on a number line, and the big rule that you cannot forget. When you multiply or divide by a negative number, the inequality sign flips. So if you're ready, level up your algebra skills. Let's jump right in. I'm going to show you the first example. Now bring my board over here and get ready with your pencil, please. The first example is going to be x minus 5/6 less than or equal than 19/6. All right. Step number one, we need to isolate the variable x. So we are going to add 5/6 to both sides of the inequality. Whatever you do here, you gotta do this over here as well. Okay. This. Now let's bring down the variable x. Cancel out this number. Bring down the inequality sign. And let's combine these two fractions. Since these two fractions, they have a common denominator already, we're going to combine this. Add up 19 plus 5. Keep the number 6 at the bottom. So that's going to be x less than equal. 19 plus 5 is going to be 24. 24 over 6. And then you're going to have here 4. So now let's graph this inequality, okay? You're going to have your number line over here. And then the number 4 is over here. Since this is less than or equal, every time that you have this, either this symbol or this symbol, is going to be closed. Okay? If you have like this, which is less than or greater than, you're going to use an open circle. So for this example, we are going to select the first one. You got to go all the way to your left. Oop. I think I gotta move this down over here. And then you're gonna have here an open circle. I'm sorry, no, a closed circle. Like this. Now here you have the number 3, the number 2, the number 1, 0, -1, -2, -3, negative infinity. So the possible answers are in all this area right here. Okay? This is gonna be our first example. Example number 2. You have the number 1/3 greater than. Okay, this is the example. Okay. Now, first of all, we need to subtract this fraction, the number that is close to the variable x, this number is positive. So therefore, we are going to subtract from both sides of the inequality. The opposite of positive is going to be a negative number. So we're going to do this. Now, we're going to combine these two numbers over here. We have 1/3 minus 10/3. Bring down the sign. These two numbers are going to be canceled out. And bring down the variable. When you combine these two numbers, the answer is going to be -9/3. Now, we are going to proceed to divide these two numbers. And you are going to get, just give me some space. Here you're going to have -3. This is what we're going to have. Okay? So now we're going to rearrange this variable. The variable x needs to be over here. So we're going to flip the inequality. Of course, this variable cannot be a negative number. In front of the variable x, there is a -1. It's an invisible one over here. Okay? So in order to cancel out this number, -1, we're going to divide by -1 and flip that inequality sign. The rule said this: every time that you multiply or divide by a negative number, you need to flip the sign. So therefore, -1 divided by -1 is going to be just +1. So you have x. We're going to flip the sign. And negative divided by a negative give you positive number. 3 divided by 1 is 3. So this is the solution for this inequality. Now we're going to graph it. We're going to have here our line. The number 3 is right here. Okay. Let's put the number 0 here. All right. This is 1. This is 2. Negative numbers are here. And so now we're going to graph. The direction is going to be for a greater is all the way to your right side. So this is 3, is going to be down here. Since this symbol is this one, we are going to use a closed circle. Okay? This is a closed circle. The solution is all the way to your right. Here is the positive infinity. Okay, so possible answers could be 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, any number greater or equal to the number 3. Next example. This is example number 3. All right. So now we're going to multiply. Sorry, this is not right here. This is the number 2. I'm so sorry. Okay, this is inequality. Um, we have to get rid of the number underneath the variable x. Okay. This this number 2, it could be also -2 here, okay? So this is the number that you need to cancel out, this one. As you see, between the x and the number -2, there is a fraction bar. This fraction bar means division. The opposite of division, the inverse operation, is going to be multiplication. So therefore, we have to multiply both sides by -2. And also, you need to flip that inequality sign. Every time that you multiply or divide by a negative number, you have to flip that inequality sign. All right. So this cancel out this one. So now you have x, and you're going to flip this. And here you have -28 divided by 4. And this is equals to 28 divided by 4 is 7. But it's -7 because negative divided by positive is negative. So this is going to be the solution for this. Now, if we want to graph this, we're going to create our number line over here. And then let's say that the number -7 is here. Okay. So less than or equal, let's go all the way to your left. Okay. So you're going to go over here. And again, this symbol is this one. Less than or equal is going to be a close symbol here. And then you got to check this part right here all the way to your left. Yep. All right. Example number 4. Okay. First of all, we need to cancel this number right here. All right. So therefore, we're going to add 1/5 to both sides of the inequality. We are going to bring down x over 5. These two are going to be canceled out, bring down the inequality symbol, and then we're going to combine the fractions. When you combine these two fractions, you have 5 at the bottom because you have a common denominator, and the top you have 4 plus 1. That's going to give me 5. Okay, so you have like this. You have 5 over 5. That's going to be 1 actually, right? I'm doing this step by step, so and that way you know where all the numbers are coming from. So you have x over 5 greater than the number 1. Okay? You have all the numbers here like this. And then, again, between the variable x and the number 5, there is a fraction bar here. The fraction bar means division. In order to cancel division, you got to apply the inverse operation, which is multiplication. So we're going to multiply 5 in both sides of the inequality. And then you're going to be able to cancel these two numbers because 5 divided by 5 is 1. So you have x greater than the number 5. And this is the solution for this example, right? Okay, so remember you start like this, add in, you're gonna combine your fraction on the right side, and then you multiply by 5. And then the result is going to be x is greater than the number 5. Okay. Have another number 5. You have 1 less than 1/5 minus x. Okay, we need to subtract 1/5 from both sides of the inequality. It's gonna be this line here. On the left side of the inequality, you gotta combine this number 1 minus 1/5. Bring down the inequality sign. These two numbers are gonna be canceled out. It's gonna be 0. And then you're gonna bring down the x. It's gonna be negative x. Now, the number 1, you have a 1 here. Okay? As you see, these two numbers, they have different denominators. The only way that these two numbers, they have the same denominator will be if you multiply this one by 5 and this one by 5. All right? So therefore, you have 5 over 5, which is going to be 1 again, But you need to have the same common denominator here. So you have 5 over 5 minus 1/5. And now you have the same number at the bottom. You're going to keep the number at the bottom, and then you're going to do 5 minus 4. 5 minus 4 is going to be 4. Okay? So now, remember, the variable x, this one, needs to be always on the left side of the inequality. So what you can do is you just can flip this, okay? You're going to realign this right here, but when you do this, you got to flip the symbol. Okay, this is the same. It's not changing. It's just showing the variable x on the left side of the inequality. Okay, but now again, the number -1 is in front of the variable x. It's like this. The variable x has the -1, so now we gotta cancel out the number -1. Since this is multiplying x, so we are going to divide this number by the -1 and this one by the -1 as well. All right. Negative divided by a negative is going to give me a positive number. All right. Remember again, when you multiply or divide by a negative number, you have to flip the sign. So this is going to be like this. Right. Now, positive divided by negative, negative. 4/5 divided by 1 is still being 4/5. Okay. So this is going to be the solution. If you want to graph this really quick, it's going to be like this. This number right here is, if you divide 4 divided by 5, that's going to be 0.8. So this is negative 0.8. Okay. This is the number 0, 1, 2, 3. This could be -1, -2, -3, -4, -5, and the numbers never end, right? So this number is right here, okay? Since you're using this symbol, it's gonna be open, okay? It's gonna be open symbol. We're gonna be open symbol here. So now if you wanna just use another color, you can just shade so the direction is to your left, right? All the way to your left, and it's covering all these numbers. The next example, we're gonna do a couple more examples. We have a number. Just give me 1 second here. We have the number 17/2 minus x less than 45/2. Now, you always focus where the variable is located. The variable is right here, okay? So therefore, we're gonna cancel this one right there, okay? The number doesn't have no sign. Since you don't have no sign, you know already that this number is a positive number. Therefore, we are going to subtract this fraction from both sides of the equation, okay? These two numbers on the on the left side of the equation are going to be canceled out. All right? Bring down the variable and combine the fractions. When you solve this, you're going to keep the number at the bottom, and then you're going to proceed with a subtraction of 45 minus 17. That's going to give me 28/2. Of course, this number is going to give you 14. But now we have a problem here. The variable x is a negative number. So therefore, we know that there is a number 1 in the front of this number. In order to cancel the -1 that is multiplying x, we are going to divide both sides of the inequality by the number -1, and we are going to reverse the inequality sign again because we gotta flip it, okay? It's gonna be x less than -14. And this is gonna be our solution for the number 6. Last example for you guys. It's gonna be something really easy. You have -5 greater than -x/2. We gotta multiply both sides of the inequality by the number -2, and then the direction of the inequality sign must be reversed. Okay, so this is kind of like this. The negative symbol is here, okay? So therefore, we are gonna multiply both sides by the number -2. Remember, when you do this, you gotta flip it. Flip, flip. Negative times negative is going to give me a positive number, all right? 5 times 2 is equals 10. The numbers negative 2 are canceled out. And here you have x. So now again, you got to flip these numbers because the variable x needs to be over here to the left side. You just kind of like move this variable and the number around, and then also you got to flip this again. And this is going to be your final solution, right? So the solution is a number that is any number that is greater than the number 10, okay? Again, if you want to just build here your number line, the number 10 is going to be located here, okay? And it's going to be all the way to the right side. Okay, you're going to build up something right there. This is going to be a open circle, right? Open circle. And then you're going to shade all this area right there. Okay. And I think that will be our last example. Um, so I hope I help you with these examples. And if you want more practice, leave me a comment below saying inequalities, and I will share extra practices. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.